Yeah, so I think part of my own sort of personal story and the journey I've had with the Happiness Research Institute also links with some of the findings we've seen in happiness research. So just to rewind, I was working for another think tank for about 7 years and had a well-paying, steady director job there. And it was a fine job, it was a stable job, it was a well-paying job, but I was not super passionate about it after 7 years. And then in 2012, I noticed how much was happening with happiness research and politics and happiness globally. UN passed a resolution, different governments were working with well-being and happiness. And I thought there should be somebody in Denmark pooling all this knowledge and creating a think tank that becomes a knowledge center in this field. And then I thought maybe I should do this. But then, it seemed one, crazy, two, kind of risky to start a think tank on happiness, especially when you had a steady, well-paying job. But then, sort of on the personal side, what happened was I had a mentor and a good friend at the old company I was working for who became very ill and eventually died from cancer when he was 49. And many years ago, back in 1998, my own mother had also died when she was 49 from cancer. So when my friend died, I was 34, I think, and his death and the fact that he died when he was 49, like my mother had, made me reflect on what do I want to spend my life doing. I think most of us imagine that we'll be 90, 100, 80, and sometimes it might be beneficial for us to reflect, are we doing right now what we would be doing if we only had 5 years left, or 10 years left, or 15 years left, as was the case when I was 34 and was looking at a couple of people who I had lost and loved when they were 49. And that gave me the sort of courage to quit my job and establish the Happiness Research Institute. And it's been a lot of hard work. It's been long hours, no money, but a lot of fun. And I think it's a great experience for several reasons. To find something that you love and something you're passionate about and something that gives you a lot of purpose in life, and knowing that this is what I want to do with my life and this is what I want to do with my career, even if you are not making enough money and you have to stay on your friend's couch for months. To me, it's an example of how money and happiness are not necessarily linked. That if we find something where we can find a source of joy and a sense of purpose, that is a better decision than staying with my stable, well-paying job I was having before. To me, it's also underlining the importance of our relationships, that we have somebody in our lives we can rely on in times of need, that we have somebody, close friends, who will provide couches for us when income is non-existent. So I think that journey for me has also been putting some flesh on the data and the evidence I see in happiness research. That yes, money do matter, but they're not all that matters, and they're not the most important thing. And one of the most important things are having somebody we can rely on in times of need.